with I feel the prison rise. SGV, favorite truth unties. Voices collide, beat drops to the flow. Brace yourself, the vibes about to roll. Male and female voices weave the tale. Hip-hop fire on the sonic trail. For the seekers of truth, let the faith ignite. Hits rhythm and reason, bringing day to night.
What's up, KGV of Faith in the building, baby. Hey, yo, check it out. Today, we watching Daily Binge, and we talking about the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation once again, and the Joey Badass in the battle situation. You know what I'm saying? But check out Daily Binge, I'm saying, like and subscribe to them. They got some dope content that you like, you know what I mean? For real, for real. Let's get into it.
Drake just leveraged the pop approach in a rap setting. He's been sold as both a pop sensation and a lyrical heavyweight. But if these reference leaks are true, the dead others have more receipts, Drake could be in serious trouble. Coming clean might kill the real MC myth, but denial risks bigger backlash. Either way, the rap community might start separating him from artists who truly write their own verses. It's worth thinking back on how Quentin Miller got roped into this. Meek Mill accused...
No, I didn't mean to stop so soon, but it's crazy because I just seen a YouTube video where 2 Chainz basically, I guess, don't care about ghostwriters, like if you have ghostwriters or not. See, it's fucking mentalities and behavior like that that's fucking up hip hop. Like, you gotta have some type of standard. You gotta have some type of standard. Niggas be like, oh, go gatekeep. Don't gatekeep. Yo, when niggas don't gatekeep, shit that you make or create, it becomes something else that it never was. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, gatekeep something shit. You know what I'm saying? To keep the purity of it all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't elevate it to a different level, but then when it becomes something else, then it ain't that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's something else. Or it's its own separate thing. So, yeah, fuck all that. Yo, I ain't gonna be trying to hear that shit. We ain't doing the ghostwriters. It's not acceptable. Don't let niggas gas you up to think it is.
Accused Drake of letting Quentin write chunks of he might be smoking mirrors. Some fans won't care, others see it as a betrayal. Either way, the rap conversation is changing. Sound off below. Do these leaks knock Drake down on your list of rap greats? Are you still handing out this to him, or is this the final straw? Drop a like if you think bars should come from the artist, and hit subscribe if you want more straight talk on the culture. Whatever happens next, keep your ears open. This might be the tip of a bigger iceberg. Hip-hop has always been about speaking your truth.
Great content needs a great audience. Like Stretch Armstrong needs to be stretched. Yeah! Woo! Feel the stretch? With TubeBuddy, you get everything you need to grow your audience. Click the link.
Moments, it sparks a bigger question. How many of our other favorite MCs might be doing the same? Are we in an era where success and numbers outweigh originality and penmanship? These are the questions fans from Detroit to LA and beyond are wrestling with. Some are cool with the idea that rap is evolving into a more collaborative space, while others feel like we're drifting too far from hip-hop's realness. Either way, Drake's situation might push the culture to the...
And I agree. We drifting too far away to where it's not even rap no more. It's something else. For real, for real. That's how I look at it.
Decide where it wants to go next. Man, I don't even know where to start with this Drake situation. These new leaks are blowing up all over TikTok, and honestly, it feels like everyone is watching the biggest rap star on the planet get exposed IRL. 1 minute, Drake is on top, dropping top rhymes and flexing on Instagram like nothing. Then, out of nowhere, these DMs start dropping. And if you ask me, this can be the start of a big downfall, or at least the biggest challenge he has ever faced. I've been a Drake fan for years, and I'm not gonna pretend like his music didn't make my Spotify Wrapped. But at the same time, I'm not blind. If these leaked messages are legit, they're showing a side of Drizzy that nobody expected. And the wildest part, Kendrick's name is all over this, as if he's been living rent-free in Drake's head this whole time. People used to say...
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with that. I think that he has been living rent-free in Drake's head, for real. I mean, it all come flooding back to like the whole moments when niggas was like, he was just having a moment. It's just a moment. You know, I didn't take it no type of way because, you know, I seen him like 2 weeks later, then he was all love. And, well, I just did. He live in his head. And yo, for real. Like Drake, I always felt that Drake was a poser. Other people was like, yo, oh, you a hater. Nah, bro, for real. Some people are born with that gift to read niggas. Like, yo, and I always felt like, even when I first listened to Drake, like July and Unforgettable and shit like that I was rocking with, I always noticed that it was always somebody else on the song with him. It was never him by himself. And then on the Take It, on Nothing Was the Same, I never really listened to the whole album. I only heard, I cherry picked. I ain't gonna front. Only certain songs. And even then, in the back of my mind, I kept saying, nah, he too dope to be real. Like, it's something about this dude that's false. Like I think, like, I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't writing shit himself. Like it was other people doing it, and he was pretending like it was all him. And I don't know. I always had that feeling, just like I said before about R. Kelly, like how I felt like it was something strange sexually about him, and lo and behold, I was right about him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into it because this gets good.
Kendrick was exaggerating about him. Now, it looks like he might have been right on the money. Can Drake bounce back from something this big, or will he be sent packing? All right, let's start at the start. The plan was to paint Kendrick like the bad guy and frame Drake as misunderstood. Sounds crazy, right? But it gets worse. The leaks include talk of Drake lying or making stuff up about what really went down between them. If you was following rap battles, you know Drake and Kendrick have been dancing around each other for a minute. Kendrick's thrown some lines Drake's way, Drake's done some jabs back, and fans argue about who really sits on the throne. This was always a big debate, but these leaked DMs made people start thinking maybe Drake was desperate. What's crazy is how chill Drake looks in the DMs. Looks like he's joking, dropping accusations he can't back up, and basically writing fairy tales with the help of his buddies. Made me really say, wait, this is the real Drake? The fact that they're even out there got me bamboozled. Why these messages can flip Drake's entire image. Was Kendrick right all this time? Now, we got to talk about Drake and Kendrick, because these leaked DMs don't mean jack if you don't know the story behind their rivalry. Both of these dudes have been faces of rap for over a decade. Drake with that melodic vibe and catchy hooks, Kendrick with them lyrical bombs and crazy storytelling. They always showed each other some kind of respect on the surface, but if you look closer, you'll see the tension was...
I always thought it was like fake. I'm not even gonna hold you. I always do is like just being cordial. Like niggas was really like that. Like niggas thought they was like. Even when Drake had ASAP Rocky and Kendrick Lamar on tour, I felt like it was more to benefit him than it was to benefit them. You know what I mean? Because I know some people can argue that, well, they were just coming up and Drake was already out, so he's really helping them. No, but we reversed that whole shit right there. If we really look at it, they the new hot waves. Of course you're going to want to be a part of the hot new waves. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you critical thinking, you know what I mean? Critical thinking, for real.
Boiling for years. Everybody remembers that infamous Control verse from back in the day when Kendrick basically called out half the rap game. He name-dropped Drake, and that's when things got real, which is a huge platform for rap news, gossip, and hot takes. Nothing new about rappers linking with media heads, but it's the actual content of these convos that got everybody shook. If these messages are real, Drake was out there saying stuff like, "Yo, we need to spin this story my way, and let's make Kendrick look bad." He also allegedly admitted that some of his own lines dissing Kendrick were made up just to look tough. That's shady enough, but it gets crazier.
Just like he was on ESPN and saying all that rah-rah stuff, and then when they was going like put it out, he called and threatened them and everything, so it didn't come out. But he was talking about K-Dot like a dog. And then it's like, you can't act like you tough and you hard and you this and that and got this type of energy. And then when it's time to play ball, the energy ain't there no more. Come on, bro. You fake. You a poser. For real.
Supposedly bragging about how he's got people in certain pockets, controlling the narrative. For a dude who was paying people off, rigging streams, or getting big cosigns to overshadow everybody else. He basically painted Kenny as the puppet master of the rap world, telling fans they shouldn't trust a word Kendrick says. But these leaked messages, they're making Drake look like the real puppet master. Like, how you gonna accuse Kendrick of something when you're doing the exact same thing, or even going further with it? People who've skimmed the screenshots are saying Drake's the one guilty of cutting behind the scenes deals, paying hush money to keep certain platforms from speaking negatively about him, and trying to blacklist anybody who ain't on board with Team Drizzy. That's top tier hypocrisy, if you ask me. It also stings for fans who tried to defend Drake by claiming Kendrick was just salty. Now, it's looking like Drake may have been the one setting traps. And all this talk about Drake being the most relatable rapper, well, if these convos are
Relatable how? To kids in the suburb? Because niggas in the hood, I don't see how that be relatable. Let's see. How would I be relating to Drake? If I fantasize about living his type of life, like, growing up in the suburbs, mom cook breakfast every morning, shit like that. Shit, I get that in the hood. Saying moms in the hood do that. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to what niggas make people believe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We don't relate to no Drake on that level. A lot of us see Drake as like a poser. Like, we don't see him like that. I don't know where people be getting their narratives from about us. Like, maybe other people see him like that, but we don't see him like that.
are real, it's more like he's relatable to those corporate CEOs who'll do anything to stay on top. Naturally, people on social media are losing it. Some are clowning Drake debate mode. Some are like, man, I don't even care as long as the music slaps. Others are saying, nah, this changes everything. He's a fraud. When your own base starts turning on you, that's dangerous territory. Does it mean Drake's done for? Not necessarily, but it's definitely.
It don't mean he's done for per se, but in a human way of thinking and doing things. Like, I'm not no big Drake fan, but every time I hear about Drake or hear his music, it comes in the back of my mind that this nigga got ghostwriters. He a poser, like. So yeah, it can kind of make his shit kind of go on a decline as far as it coming to fans and shit like that. Let's keep it 100. Let's not sugarcoat shit. For real, because the world really harsh nowadays, especially with their judgmental ways and things being said.
The biggest gut punch his career has taken so far. Meanwhile, folks are revisiting Kendrick's older bars, interviews, and that control verse to see if he's been calling Drake out from the jump. Now that these leaks might confirm those suspicions, Kendrick seems more like a prophet than a hater. That's a big shift in public opinion. Drake used to get the benefit of the doubt, but Kendrick is looking more credible every minute. Let's keep it real. Fans decide who's hot and who's not these days. Yeah, labels still have power, but a huge chunk of that power belongs to the people who stream the music and hype it up on social. If the masses turn on Drake, no amount of PR can save him.
That's what I've been trying to say the whole time. Like, yo, because Drake, like, oh, they use bots and they use this. I seen people push money into mad different things, from cars to music, videos, whatever. And it failed. No matter how much money they pushed in it. See, because people think, oh, you need these bots and this and that and other. Yeah, but if the audience, the public don't get with it or connect with it, then it's going to fail. So it really ain't no bots that this shit went the way it went. It's because people really rock with it. For real, for real.
That's why this leak is such a huge deal. It drops Drake's trust factor and builds Kendrick's all at once. One scroll through Twitter or Instagram, and you'll see folks on both sides to get amplified. If more receipts drop, who knows how wild this story will get. So, how's Drake gonna handle this? Historically, when Drake faces a crisis, he either ignores it until people move on, or he drops a fire track to flip the narrative. But can he ignore something this big? Probably not. Even if he tries to lay low, the internet isn't letting this go anytime soon. The second he resurfaces, people will be spamming him with questions like, yo, what's up with those DMs? He might go the apology route, post a Notes app screenshot on Instagram, or give us a heartfelt interview. But an apology only works if people believe you're sincere. And right now, a chunk of the rap community thinks Drake's all about illusions. Another angle is for him. At the end of the day, these leaks pulled back the curtain and gave us a peek at Drake's possible behind-the-scenes hustle. Kendrick warned us for years that something about Drake's public image didn't quite match the reality, and now it's looking like he might have been on point. The biggest question is whether fans will chalk this up as just another crazy moment in hip-hop, or if it's the kind of scandal that topples even a giant like Drake. It's way too early to say if this is the end for him. After all, the man has survived controversies before, but something about these allegations feels different, like it's hitting the core of who Drake is and how he's been moving. If people start thinking he's a fraud, that's a heavy stain, no matter how many hits you got. So what do y'all think? Is Drake still your GOAT, or has this confirmed he's been playing puppet master all along? Are we about to see a
He a puppet master. He not a goat. If you got a ghost fighter, you can never it. You not a goat, bro. You're not a goat. Man, we know we got y'all goalpost changing ass dudes out there. Like, oh, Drake is a goat. No, he's not, yo. Get out your feelings and get into logic and reasoning, yo. Come on, yo. Stop trying to goalpost change and all that shit. Keep it real. Be a real man. Bring the masculinity back. Fuck all that. Oh, this my goat because he's going through something. Man, shut up with that shit, yo. Everybody going through something.
major shift in the rap hierarchy? Either way, one thing's for sure. This story is far from over. The next few months, maybe even the next few weeks, could reshape everything we know about one of the big already knee-deep in controversies. Buckle up, because these new leaks are coming for the jugular. We're talking about potential ghostwriters for the tracks Drake himself said were his most personal. And let's be real, if you can't trust a man's timestamp records, like 5 a.m. in Toronto or 4 p.m. in Calabasas, where he's spitting from the heart, what's even left? Let's break it all down. So word on the street is that a mysterious user popped up online with audio clips, so-called reference tracks, for some of Drake's biggest bar-heavy songs.
Yeah, I know about that. This video kind of like super long, so I'm gonna have to break this down into parts. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know about the timestamps. Because we like, oh, those are Drake real songs. But they come to find out that they really not, you know. And then people be like, oh, you hate on Drake or you hate on Hakeem Prime. No, I just like authenticity. Like, be real of this shit. Don't come with the gimmicky shit and be lying, deceiving, using ghostwriters and shit. You know what I'm saying? People say I rock with Cardi B, yeah. But Cardi B, a mission, a ghostwriter. I respect that aspect of it. Like, be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be no asshole or dick towards people and check like you this dude that you not when you got ghostwriters. Come on now. But anyway, check out my merch, yo. You know what I'm saying? Bonfire, BB Mall Boutique, you know what I'm saying? T Public, Lyrical Design, BB Mall Boutique. Check me out. You can follow me at I am KSGV of Faith on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram. And also you can follow me on Facebook under KSGV of Faith, also Infinity Music Works, or on TikTok under KSGV of Faith or So Infinity Music Works. But check out my album, So Infinity Music Works presents KSGV of Faith, Vendetta Music, you know what I'm saying? Check that out. But yeah, I'll probably do another part to this later on. But right now I gotta go chill. But like I always say, love one another like it's your last day because nobody's promised the next. You know what I'm saying? Peace. I'm out.